What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Outdoor Adventures with Doc. You guessed it, I'm Doc, the host. What do I have in store for you today? Well, I'm glad you asked that question because we're doing a product review of Quechua, and I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I believe it's a Chinese company. Their Decathlon 3-person 2-second pop-up tent. Now, I came across this piece of gear in Walmart. Actually, a friend of mine came across this piece of gear in Walmart that was in the clearance aisle for $50. He called me up and said, "Hey, you want me to pick one up?" I said, "Yeah, man." So we did that, and I have not used it in the wild, so to speak, or haven't field tested it yet. But we are going to set it up in the backyard for you today and just kind of give you an idea of what you're getting into. And hopefully, soon I will be able to put this through the weather test and find out if it's worth it, if it's not worth it. But hey, for $50 for a tent, I'm okay with that. Especially if it's only a fair weather tent, I'm okay with that too. But anyway, let me stop running my freaking mouth and let's get to it. The tent has two sets of these snap links right here that you have to unbuckle to get the tent to unfold. Once you've unhooked the snaps, you can spread the tent out pretty easily, and hopefully you will do it way more gracefully than I did. Breaking the tent down was super easy. That is until you get to the part where you have to fold it and put it back together. To begin breaking down and folding the tent, you have to go inside and grab the orange or red buckle and pull it towards you. Lastly, you're going to pull the orange cord towards you, which essentially puts the tent in a figure 8 shape. Now, I've got some nerve damage in my right arm and hand, which is why I had a lot of problems with this. But your average user shouldn't have any difficulty putting it back together. Once you get the tent broken down in that figure 8 shape, you're going to fold one end over the other. And this is where I had problems because of my injuries. You're going to put the yellow loop over the entire tent to keep it together, and then you can stuff it back in the bag. Alright, so here's my pros and cons for this tent. The pros is, it is an easy setup. It's definitely not a 2-second tent. I think it took about 5, maybe even 10 seconds for that thing to completely unfold. But with that being said, I get what they're trying to say. It's easy to set up. Roger that. Got it. Tracking. Staking it down, putting the guidelines up and everything took me a total of maybe 10 minutes, maybe. Which is quick, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying, maybe stretching a tad bit on the 2-second thing. One of the other pros is that it is easy to break down. That is until you get to the portion of breaking it down where you have to fold it in on itself. Then it became a little bit difficult. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I do have a lot of nerve damage in my right arm, and my hand, and my shoulder, so it was difficult for me. But for the average person, should be no problem whatsoever. And it's convenient. It's totally convenient. Yeah, it's fun. You can bring that to the park for the kids. You could set it in the backyard for them, do an overnight camping in the backyard, or if you go to an outdoor event, say such as a concert. It'd be a great tent for that. Possibly. And why do I say possibly? Because, well, let's just move right on into the cons here. Number one con is the weight. It is a little bit heavy. I don't remember what the weight is off the top of my head. I'll throw it in the description for you. I'm not big on that kind of stuff. You know what? Some folks are really into that thing. It's got 270,000 denier or whatever. I don't give a shit. Am I going to stay warm? Am I going to stay dry? That's all I care about. And if you care about those things, good on you. I'm not knocking you for it. It's just not my thing. The other con is packing it. The big circle that it comes in, I don't know how you would get it in a pack. You could strap it to an outside of a pack or something like that. My point is, it's definitely not something you want to take hiking. If you want to go car camping, sure, great. Just throw it in the back of the car and pull it out when you get there. But hiking, it's a no-go. I'm going to have to go with breakdown for con as well as a pro. And like I said, getting to that last portion where you have to fold it in on itself can be a little bit difficult, a little bit tricky to figure out until you have done it a few times. And once you've done it a few times, yeah, it's I guess it no longer becomes a con. So we'll move right along. But here's the biggest issue I have. There's almost no ventilation in that tent. Now it comes with a built-in sewn-in rain fly, but there's really no vents. So you could close the door and have the screen portion of it up, and there's a tiny little window in the back, but ventilation sucks. I was in there for 2 minutes yesterday and it was hot. So that's probably my biggest con for this thing. The ventilation, and number two would be packing and ease of carrying. It's no big deal. You use it for what you want to use it for. Now I will say I think this tent was used, and the reason I say that is because I was missing two guidelines and 2 stakes. So I don't know if somebody bought it and didn't like it and returned it, and then Walmart decided to throw it on the shelf. But there are a bunch of these tents there. There were 2-man tents, 3-man tents. So who knows? Maybe the manufacturer just screwed up and forgot to put those 2 in there. Because other than those items missing, it looked brand new. So that's it. That's my review. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button there. Go ahead and comment. Please comment. I like reading the comments. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I will make a follow-up video to this once the weather turns and I can actually put it through its paces, and then we'll come back and we'll do it all over again. But anyway, for now, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.